We have 0 haters. I guess I'm dead because just there's no way I can even tolerate that man. You're telling me that drugs solve all problems is the message of this? What? So nauseous that I couldn't tell if I was gonna throw up or pass out, and light just made it worse, so I literally just had to lay in the dark and suffer for like hours. Hello, hi. I just finished filming my July reading wrap-up that's been out for probably like a week or so now. I'm starting filming this right away. It's 4 p.m. right now, so maybe I'm a little bit late tonight, but it's okay. I mean, I stay up late almost every night now because I am a huge Swiftie, and I am in fact making one of those surprise song blanket things. I'm very, very far behind because I just started recently, like a few days ago. But you know, I am making one of those, and so also because there's been a lot of hints at either 1989 or Reputation Taylor's version announcements. I'm not gonna want to miss that. So you know what? My crappy sleep schedule is working well for this so far, and we're gonna roll with it. That was such a bad intro. Hi, my name's Jewel. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you're, you know, one of my few subscribers. Love you. But yeah, hi. Today, or for the next 5 days, I'm going to be reading for 5 hours a day. A while ago, when I was just a Bookstagrammer, I did a swapping my screen time for my reading time challenge, and I feel like it worked well, but also I was dumb and decided to do 7 days instead of just 5 days, and my screen time was not very good. Like, I think at one time, like one of the days, it was like 7 hours and 4 minutes, which, like, you know, just sitting down and reading for 7 hours wasn't very easy for me. I've seen people split up 24-hour reading challenges through like multiple days, and I thought, you know, might as well just combine the two and do 5 hours a day, because in the end it'll end up being 25, which is close to 24, but you know what, I don't care, I'll do 1 hour extra, why not? But yeah, that's that. Yeah, so let's get right into it. Hope you enjoy this video and this mess. My cat would like to say hi. This is Snickers, my chunky baby. She's very cute, and she's also kind of camera shy, if you could tell. Yeah, let's get right into it. Okay, so the first book that I'm going to read, that I did start reading earlier today, but I don't know how long I read for. I don't know if it was from like 20, 30, 40 minutes. Probably less than that, like it wasn't very long. I'm gonna start by reading We Will Always Have the Summer. I read the other 2 books in this trilogy earlier this summer. I believe I read the first one in June and the second one in July, so it's only fitting to read the third one in August. I'm how many pages in? 32 pages in. I already wanna punch one of the characters in the face because Belly may be a bit infuriating to me, but she did not deserve that. Justice for Belly. Screw you, character who I'm not gonna name because that could be counted as a spoiler. Not cool, man. Anyways, that's how this is going so far. But yeah, super excited to get into this. But before I do, hold up, I just want to show you. My sister made me this bookmark, and it's so cute. There's a bunch of mirror balls on this because I am heavily in my folklore era. And just, I love it so much. Thank you, Allie, if you're watching this. Mwah, I love you. Yeah, I'm gonna get into the reading, I guess, because you have to start somewhere. Okay, so I've been reading for a little over an hour and I'm exactly 100 pages in. You can see all my tabs so far. I don't know how I'm really feeling about this. There have been many moments that I'm just like, you're not actually doing this right now, right? Like, I literally wrote on one of the pages when I like physically cringed because it was that bad. But 100 pages in, I am so team Conrad, it's not even funny. No, I'm sorry, but the no, I can't just like say what happens in this scene because it's probably a big spoiler. Like, it is a big spoiler because this is book 3 in the series, but like I have to just hint at it so that way if you also read this book you know exactly what I'm talking about. The dorm room scene after the fight, it's very broad, but if you've read the book you know exactly what I'm talking about. What? It's so, I don't know, but I have about 4 hours left. I'm definitely gonna finish this tonight, obviously. I'm not really sure how I'm feeling about this one. I don't know, guys. Okay, I'm back in my bedroom because it was getting kind of dark and also my dad was watching TV in there, so I had to film somewhere else. But I have about 2 hours and 20 minutes left and I am, I believe, like 201 pages in, so about 200. There's the tabs. I'm really not liking this book. I mean, like, it's keeping me reading and keeping me invested, but also just like, I don't know, it's just, Belly is so dumb. She's so stupid. Like, I have connected, I think there was one specific part where I connected to a quote from Dear John by Taylor Swift. So I'll look back and regret how I ignored when they said run as fast as you can. All the red flags are screaming at her. Screaming. And she's just ignoring them. It's just... I don't know how much longer I can do this. Hopefully less than 2 hours and 20 minutes because I'm not taking this book into tomorrow. I need something new. I can't. Okay, it is 9:20 p.m. I have 51 or so minutes left and I finished the book. You can see all my tabs there. I did like the ending because, you know, the correct person is who she ended up with. But despite what all of the tabs tell you, I did not like this book one bit besides the ending. It just, oh my god, it infuriated me. Belly was so dumb and stupid. I need a few minutes to figure out what my star rating will be, but I have a feeling it's probably gonna be like 2.5 to 3 because I just did not like this book at all. It's just that I'm not really sure what book I'm gonna read next because I still have to read for like an hour or so, so I have to figure that out soon, but let's go. Okay, so I took a few minutes of a break just to, you know, process that whole thing. And you know how I said 2.5 to 3? Yeah, I ended up giving it 1.5. All because of just one little man. His name's Jeremiah Fisher. If he has 10,000 haters, I am one of them, okay? If he has 1 hater, it's me, okay? Yeah. And if he has 0 haters, I guess I'm dead because just there's no way I can even tolerate that man. What was that? Anyways, on a better note, Zodiac's gonna be the book that I'm picking up now. So I actually have history with this book. So I originally got it when I was going into the 6th grade, and 5 years later, I still haven't read it. Or like, okay, so I tried reading it back then, but you know, my little 11-year-old brain couldn't, you know, comprehend a complex sci-fi world. I don't even know if it's complex. I just know that I couldn't, you know, get into it because it was really long and treacherous and ugh. Oh my god, books that aren't graphic novels? Yeah, and I'm very much into astrology, so high hopes for this because, you know, me at 16 now, I do really like fantasy and sci-fi and stuff, so I'm hoping that this ends up better than the other one because I cannot have the entirety of the first day of this challenge. It's supposed to like help me not fall into a reading slump, be a complete bust, because that cannot happen. I'm not. I can't. I am actually so exhausted right now, so I'll talk more tomorrow in the morning, whatever. I think I read exactly 3 chapters. It's about like 30 pages in, but the prologue pages didn't count. Like page 1 was the first page of chapter 1, so like a little over 30 pages in the last hour, which honestly isn't that bad because I'm kind of a slow reader, but very tired, so keep going tomorrow. Okay, so it's the next day, or day 2. It is about 1 p.m. and I'm about to start the 5 hours for the day. Once again, starting a bit later in the day, but at the same time, it's definitely not as late as yesterday, and I'm very excited. I got about 30 pages or so in, and I don't know how far I'm gonna get. I doubt I'm gonna finish it today because I feel like with sci-fi and fantasy books, it takes me a little longer to read, and it is a little thicker one. I'm thinking that I'm gonna get close to finishing it today and finish it up tomorrow. Yeah, besides that, I'm really liking it so far. I feel like it just shoots you right into what's happening in the story, and I feel like just rereading the first like 3 chapters or so, I remember those scenes, but I remember imagining them so differently because there's so many words that aren't even complex, but my 11-year-old brain just didn't understand how to properly imagine that. Like reading it now, I remember it, but also it's so different than how I remember it. So it's really cool so far. I'm really enjoying it. I love the premise of it, and I can't wait to keep reading today. I'm gonna start right now. Okay, hi, I just wanted to give a little update. It's 2:59, so basically 3 p.m. right now, and I have read for about 2 hours. I have 3 hours and 10 minutes left for the day, and I am here. This is my progress. I'm about 100 pages in, and I'm sucked in. Like, it's so good. I seem to have forgotten how much I love sci-fi because it's just so interesting, and I am just a huge sucker for astrology especially, and so it's just very interesting to me. It's kind of giving like 2016 kind of dystopian book. Like, I'm a 16-year-old girl and I'm the chosen magical princess fairy girl. In a good way, I want to say. I mean, no shade to those books, but like I feel like this is doing it in a really good way, where it's just like a sci-fi and it's this girl who's like just wants her normal family life back, and she's now like the guardian of her like planet, galaxy, I don't know, but it's really interesting. I will say, looking at it now, like 5 years later or so, there is so much stuff that I forgot. Like, I feel like my memory has like a basic idea of what happens in the plot, but most of it I don't remember, which is very nice. And I know only a little longer until it's brand new stuff, because I remember I didn't get very far in. I think I was like a little less than half. Oh wait, here's a folded page actually, so I'm assuming this is probably where I was. Dang, I was almost done. Why did I give up on this book? I will say, you know, me being 11 years old and reading this, it does make sense as to why I couldn't comprehend it, because I feel like the world is very complex, and also all of this sci-fi stuff, you know. I was a 5th grader who had only really read Babysitter's Club. Oh my god, I used to love Dork Diaries, but like, you know, those kinds of books, not like super complex sci-fi world that has a lot of words that I would have no idea how to imagine in my mind, but now being 16, I'm very much able to imagine them in my mind a lot easier, and I really like it. And I'm gonna take a little break and then I'm gonna keep reading. Obviously I have 3 hours and 10 minutes left for the day, but yeah, very fun. Hi, it's me. I've read for like 20 minutes. I'm on chapter 13 now. I read like 30 pages or so. I don't really know. Probably less. I don't know. And like I said, I have like a little less than 3 hours left. And it's like 8:30, which is insanely early for me. But I am genuinely exhausted and I feel like I might like pass out and fall asleep at any second. And because tomorrow I'm gonna end up staying up till like, you know, I don't know, 3 a.m. or so to watch the last Eras Tour live stream in the US leg, and also because, you know, possible 1989 TV announcement, maybe. But so I think I'm just gonna add on the 3 hours to tomorrow, so I'll read 8 hours tomorrow. I am so gonna regret that tomorrow, but also I feel like it'll be a good challenge for me because I'll have to be forced to start earlier on, and then, you know, anyways, good night. I'll see you when I'm suffering tomorrow. Hello, hi. So it's the next morning, and I went to bed last night pretty early, and I woke up kind of late-ish, so I think that shows just how exhausted I was. So I think it was probably a good idea that I went to bed early, especially saying as I'm gonna stay up till like 3 a.m. tonight. Because if that woman doesn't announce 1989, I'm going to be raging. But besides the point, it's, I think, like 8:45, so around 9 o'clock right now. And if I finish up the 3 hours, it'll end me at around like noon or so. So I need to do that right now, and then I'm gonna take a break. And I don't mind going a little later because, like I said, I'm gonna stay up till like literally 3 a.m. tonight. And I think surprise songs that are at like 2:30. If you don't know Taylor Swift stuff, you probably have no idea what I'm talking about. But all that really matters is that I don't mind reading until like 2 a.m. or something. If anything, it gives me something to keep me awake. I'm just gonna count it as the same day, even though it's technically the next day, because I mean, I'm doing 3 hours from yesterday today because I was just so tired and I needed to fall asleep. So really, the rules are not this strict. It's mainly just that I need to read 25 hours by the end of the week. So really, doesn't matter. So I'm gonna get to reading now. Okay, so I've been reading for quite some time now. I have, I believe, an hour and 23 minutes left, and I just got to chapter 21. I'm 198 pages in, so about 200 pages in, and I definitely did not read this before because that was a huge plot twist that I was not seeing coming and I have no memory of. So I don't know why I dog-eared page 270, but I definitely did not get there. Oh my god. I just did like 2 hours of straight reading pretty much about, and I am so tired, so I'm gonna take a few minutes of a break. I'm gonna finish up the last hour or so, then take a longer break before I get into today's 5 hours. Okay, so I lied. First of all, by the way, don't know what my bangs are doing. They're just, ignore that, pretend it doesn't happen. So my break ended up being a little longer than I was intending it to, and it's now after where I should have finished. It's about to be like 1 o'clock or something. But I went outside for a bit and I took a shower, and I mean, good news, I'm now decked out in astrology stuff. We have shirt with like all the zodiacs and stuff. I have my Pisces necklace because I'm a Pisces. My earrings are Mercury, like, and then I also have a hair clip that I got this from Hot Topic and it was the best purchase of my life. But yeah, so I'm decked out for the vibes of the book, and I think I'm ready to just sit down and read for the rest of the hour that I need to, and then I'm planning on just starting the next 5-hour timer right away, so I can just knock a little bit off and I don't have to worry about all of that later, and I can take another longer break in between once I have a little bit of that done. So yeah. Okay, so I just finished the 5 hours from yesterday. So it's about time to get started on the 5 hours today, but before then I do just want to talk a little bit. First of all, I am almost done with Zodiac. You can't really see because of my bookmark, but yeah. I also just wanted to point out that I happened to end off on exactly page 270, which is the dog-eared page. Obviously, I stopped having memories of the story quite a long time ago, probably like a little over 100 pages ago, but now it's confirmed. Like, this is where, if for some reason I didn't have that dog-eared for no reason and I stopped earlier, this is confirmed, completely new context, so that's exciting. We're on Aries right now. Poor Ro is being lectured for trying to help, as always, because apparently she's just a bad ruler, even though she's literally correct and trying to help everyone. But yeah, I'm really liking this so far. I'm very invested, like it has my attention fully. My brain has a hard time like grasping on fantasy and sci-fi, like stuff with all of like the complicated politics and world development and stuff and world building, but like once I'm in, and like I'm reading a bit slower than I usually would because it's hard for like my brain to like process and understand everything a bit, but it's so good so far, and oh my god, I'm so happy I'm reading this. I'm going to probably take like a 5-minute break. Promise you this time it's not gonna be like an hour break, just 5 minutes, and then I'm gonna get into reading. I probably won't finish the book right away, but also I might just, when I'm starting the 5 hours, just binge read the rest of Zodiac and then take a longer break to just process the book before I start the next one right away. And yeah. I'm a big liar. Yeah, so I took a longer break, except it has a reason this time. It wasn't just me procrastinating. I finally got around to editing my other video. So I'm being productive. And now, while that's like exporting and uploading to YouTube and stuff, I'm gonna keep reading and stuff because I have nothing else to do because I can't use my phone. But that also means I can't film, so you just have to trust me when I say I'm reading for the next however long it takes for that stuff. I promise you, I promise! You're telling me that drugs solve all problems is the message of this? What? Okay, so I finished Zodiac and I have a lot of thoughts, I think. Overall, I really liked like just the whole plot and the story and like all of the politics and stuff, and like I really liked the message about how unity is super important when like you need to like have a common enemy and you need to work together as one, and like instead of just mastering one specific quality, you need all of these different qualities to work together to actually like get stuff done. Like I did like that message and stuff. But also the ending was kind of icky, I guess. Also, the main part that really icked me was just Matthias. I'm really bad at pronouncing words, I'm sorry, but just Matthias and Ro's relationship, because I feel like it's a trainer and like student kind of relationship, and just, I don't know. And also like he was 22 and she was 16, and well, she did turn 17, but also like just still, I don't know. But Hae-sun, Oh my god, that man. Love him. But yeah, that was really dark. I should not have been reading that book at 11 years old at all. But yeah, I didn't really like the ending at all. I really want to talk about it, but I don't want to spoil. I really don't like putting spoilers in my like videos and stuff, but like I just need to say something. So if you don't want to be spoiled, because if you have any plans to watch it this time right here, go to that, to skip it. If you don't care, or if you've already read the book, listen to me. But what was that ending? Like, literally, why did they all go on that death trip and then suddenly blame Ro, even though they didn't like let her in to know any of the plans of what was happening? They're like, oh yeah, no, we have it all under control, like you don't have to listen to the military plans or anything, you just need to like worry about what you're doing and that's it. And then when it fails, they don't blame themselves because, you know, they made a bad plan and it backfired. They're just like, oh yeah, it was your fault. Like, excuse me? It was so dumb and I did not like it. Matthias's death was kind of sad and stuff, but also like he still kind of creeped me out because, you know, 22 trying to get with a 17-year-old who just turned 17, by the way, and it was also his like student figure. Like, I don't know. So like the way that Ro feels about that whole thing makes you feel sad, but also like I mean, age gaps are fine if they're like, I don't know, both adults, but that's a minor and an adult there. Like, it's hard to feel bad when you're a 16-year-old and that girl is pretty much your age and that's a 22-year-old. Like, no. Yeah, that's my thoughts. I think I'm gonna give the book 3 stars because, like I said, I really did like the entire story. I just didn't really like the romance part at all. Like, that aspect was just not it for me in the slightest. I guess really that was that, and then I didn't really like the ending, as you know, but the rest of the story was insanely good. I just really like sci-fi and astrology and stuff, so obviously I'm gonna like that. Yeah, an hour and 35 minutes left on the clock, and I don't think my mind can like properly process like a fully new world or whatever, so I'm thinking I need to do something a little lighter because just I don't think jumping into another fantasy or sci-fi book is really good for me right now because my mind is just still processing that ending there. So I'm just gonna pick up a manga because I have a huge shelf of them, and I'm gonna pick up volume 2 of Toilet About Hanako-kun because I watched the show ages ago, probably like 2-3 years ago, and I really liked it then, and I read volume 1 a while ago, and since, you know, I've already seen the story animated and I already know what's happening and I already know the world, it'll be just an easy way to just calm my mind down, and then it probably won't take me a whole hour and a half. So I have a book on my Kindle that I got from the library that I need for my little year reading challenge thing I'm doing. I'm gonna make a full video on it when I'm done, but just a quick little announcement, I'm doing a Taylor Swift reading challenge that I made like at the very end of 2022. I think it was like a week before 2022 ended when it came with the idea, because I remember just anticipating it the entire time, just so excited for it. And one of the prompts, because I think I have like 4 left, which is insane, but one of the prompts is a book that was published in 1989 for the album 1989, obviously, which, by the way, it's 8/9 today, and I'm staying up till 3 a.m. as I've mentioned for that. So I tried looking for a bunch of books that were published in 1989, and none of them really stood out to me, but I did find one called Like Water for Chocolate or something like that, and I don't remember the author, but I finally got it on my Libby app for my Kindle, so I'll probably start reading that after I read the manga, simply because I just don't have it in my brain power to read anything else right now. Yeah. finished TVHK Volume 2 as expected, easy 5 stars. I'm not really sure what I'm gonna read next because originally I was gonna read like Whatever Chocolate, but I just made the amazing discovery that my Kindle is dead. So I'm gonna charge that up and start it tomorrow or whenever I finish whatever book I choose next. I want to pick something lighthearted because my mind is still just not ready to jump into a more complicated world. Also, I'm very tired right now, so that's probably not very helpful to that cause. I'm just gonna pick something out. I'm gonna think on this for a minute. Okay, so I had some food and a drink and my mind is a lot more awake than it was before. The book that I chose, I have no idea what it's about. I'm assuming it's some sort of like fantasy fairy tale thing, and I know it's YA and I know it's written in verse, like I think. That is The Ghosts of Rose Hill. It's like just very like that, so it shouldn't take long for me to read. It should be an easy read. Apparently it's really sad, and yeah, I think it's gonna crush me from the reviews at least. I don't know if I should trust these people, but yeah, I'm in the mood to get crushed by poetry. I think it's poetry, so let's go. Hello. I finished the 5 hours for today, technically 8 because I had to carry over 3 hours from yesterday, which is probably the most amount of time I've read in one day, so that's impressive. I got this far. It's, let me see, 118 pages in, and honestly the writing is so beautiful so far. I cannot wait to finish this tomorrow. We're following a 16-year-old girl who is sent over across the country to her aunt's house because she wants to like be a musician, but her parents don't approve and her report card or grades aren't really doing so great, so her parents are sending her over to her aunt for the summer to just study and improve her grades. But her aunt is like a professional artist and she finds this graveyard and she sees ghosts, and it's just a beautiful story so far and I can't wait to see how it's going. That is to say, I am very tired right now, so I'm just gonna shut off my light and just be on my phone until Taylor Swift hopefully announces 1989 Taylor's version. And if she does, I'll probably just insert a clip of myself sobbing because I probably will, and if not, then I'll report back to you in the morning. Yay! Good morning! Welcome to day 4. Yeah, Taylor Swift did in fact announce 1989 Taylor's version last night, and I was in fact on a live stream. My sister came into my room and we were literally like grabbing onto each other's hands and she was like holding me and I was like crying. Yeah, so I did get a video of my reaction, or like me sobbing afterwards, but it's so embarrassing that I'm not posting that. So yeah, anyways, good morning. Like I said earlier, I am this far into the book and I'm really loving it so far. I'm excited to finish it soon. The book club that I've joined, it's like one of those Patreon book clubs. It's Bella, or Throne of Pages is, love her. Yeah, we're doing like reading sprints today, so I'm in like 10 minutes I think, so I'm just gonna be reading those and I'll be doing my timer at the same time and I'll just pause it during the breaks and stuff. I made myself a smoothie bowl. It's very nice. It's strawberry, raspberry, blueberry, and kale with a little bit of orange juice in it and oat milk. Mwah. Heavily recommend. So good. Heavily recommend that combination. So good. And yeah, I'm excited to read. Very fun. And that's all. Hi, it's me. it's a little later. It's 5:16 right now. I read for about 2 hours during the reading sprints. I stopped a little early because I finished the book and I was very tired and just needed a second to just process the ending. So I have 3 hours and 17 minutes left, technically 18 minutes because 5 seconds less, but whatever. I have my Kindle all charged up to read like Water for Chocolate, so I'm excited to get that out of the way. I say that as if I'm not wanting to read it and I'm just forcing myself to. Like, I do want to read it a little bit, but it's mainly like not something that I would pick up of my own choice. It's mainly for the reading challenge that I'm doing for one of the prompts. Yeah, I figured that I have it from the library, so might as well just read it so I can return it, let someone else have it. Or The Ghosts on Rose Hill, I ended up giving it 4 stars. It was so beautifully written. The ending had me just sobbing. There were so many quotes that I wish I had a pen or tabs on me, but they were all in my room and I didn't want to go all the way to my room. So sucked in. So the quotes were so beautiful, but I don't know, it wasn't like a 5-star for me. I'm very picky with my 5 stars unless it's like, I don't know, manga or something. But yeah, so I'm gonna read for a little bit, then I'm gonna take a break to work on my crochet project, and then I'm gonna pick it up again later tonight because since it's my Kindle, I honestly prefer reading books on my Kindle later at night, so that way I can just like lay in bed on my Kindle and not have to have like a ring light on or something. So yeah, but yeah, that's that, and yep. I'm using Snapchat to film this with a flash because I don't feel like pushing my lights on, but I have a killer stomach ache right now, and also I'm very tired, so I think I'm just gonna transfer the, I think, 2.5 hours I have left over to tomorrow like I did the other day, because I have nothing going on tomorrow. So I'm just gonna wake up early, start reading like Whatever Chocolate, and then finish up that timer ASAP, and then just pick up something else, I guess. Yeah, so it's gonna be a fun day tomorrow to finish off the challenge, but I genuinely cannot force myself to read right now because I feel awful. Yay! So there's your update. Hello, hi. So it's actually Saturday today. So yesterday was Friday and I was supposed to read for like the 7.5 hours or whatever. Life decided to bless me with sickness. And it wasn't even like a sickness where like I had like a cold or something. I could just, sit in bed and read all day. Like, that's what I usually like to do when I'm sick. No, I actually was so nauseous that I couldn't tell if I was gonna throw up or pass out, and light just made it worse, so I literally just had to lay in the dark and suffer for like hours, which was just so fun. It's the next day after that whole mess, and I still don't really feel so great. It's later in the day, it's like 4:30 or something, and I think it's almost 5. I don't know, it doesn't really matter, and my plan for right now is to just do the 2.5 hours that I should have done on Thursday today, and then do the 5 hours that were supposed to be for Friday on Sunday, just so I don't, accidentally kill myself from trying to use too much brain power that I don't have with me right now. Yeah, I don't really know how much I'm gonna be like filming of it today. I mean, just to prove that, like, I don't need to prove anything to you guys, but like just to prove that I am sick, I'm actually supposed to be at a graduation party thing right now, and that I was looking forward to so I could see my friends again. And I'm actually here right now alone in my house, and I've been like working on my crochet project because that's like the most mindless thing I could do for like 2 hours now. So that's just really fun. And yeah, so there's your proof that I am not doing so hot right now. So yeah, am I a bit of a liar and a gaslighter for saying that it's 5 hours each day for 5 days when it's actually 25 hours in like a week? A little bit, yeah, but I'm gonna keep that title because it just sounds better. So yeah, I'm not really sure how much I'm gonna film today, like I said. Hopefully I end up doing a little bit more tomorrow, but if not, oh well. I'm not really feeling great and there's nothing I can really do about that. So I'm just gonna thrive and do the best I can. And yeah. Hello, hi. It is Sunday evening. I'm feeling a lot better if you were concerned about that. And I finished like Water for Chocolate. I gave it 3 stars, but it could be 3.5. I don't know. I'm just saying 3, but like, oh my god. Literally, if you can think of the most just out of pocket thing, it happens in that book. Like, there are just so many scenarios that are so confusing. Like, it could be talking about a completely different thing, and then the next page, someone completely unrelated has died. Like, it makes no sense. But you know what? At the same time, I am a girly who gets it. Like, I live for the drama and the super, like, unexplainable, out-of-pocket plot twists. I love those. We're following Tira, Tira. I don't know, I feel like I say this in every single video, and I probably have already said it earlier in this video, but I just suck at pronouncing words, so but yeah, we're following Tira, who is in love with Pedro, except Pedro marries her sister. We're just following that whole event, and it's just so messy and dramatic. So if you love messy books, heavily recommend. But yeah, I'm not really sure what I'm gonna read next. I kind of want to read something on my Kindle again, but also I have a few books on my physical TBR that I probably should get to reading. I think I'm just gonna read something on my Kindle to finish out the challenge because I have about 3 hours and 20 minutes left or so. I'm set to finish this at 10:35 p.m. so I really don't want to be pushing myself to read like a physical book that late at night, so I think I'm just gonna read something on my Kindle again. I have to scour through those books. I do think I got one from the Libby app again for my Kindle, so I can read that. That's another option that I might do. I might go on to like Available Now and see if there's any audiobooks that are available, because I really feel like working on my crochet project right now, and I don't really think that would be possible if I'm, you know, reading a book. So might do that, I don't know. But yeah, that's just a little update for the final day, day 5. And I'm not really sure what I'm gonna read next, but obviously you'll see. And I guess I'll talk to you either really late tonight or tomorrow morning. And with that, the challenge is done. I'm free. No, it's like almost 1 a.m. on Monday morning. It's August 14th. So I'm about 80% of the way through the audiobook. Oh my god, I need to go over this. Yeah, I ended up choosing the audiobook because I really just wanted to be able to just listen to something and get lost in a story that way. And it ended up working out really well. I was going through the Available Now tab on my Libby app, and I noticed that I could get a book that I already started reading a little bit, and then I don't even remember why I returned it. I think I was like out of time or something, but I was about, I think, 13% of the way through, and it was a long time from when I started reading that, but I like remembered it right away, like what was happening, and I got really into it, and I'm so invested in the story. Like I know for a fact that as soon as I wake up tomorrow morning, I'm just gonna finish it. We're following like a past and present type thing, like the present of like this family coping with the death of their daughter and trying to figure out like what happened to her, and then the past of like looking through how the daughter was actually raised and how maybe her parents didn't really know her as well as they thought they did. It's really good. It's very dark, so I heavily recommend looking up trigger warnings for it because it's a lot, but also just it's really good. So I'm sure, as I said, that I'm gonna finish it as soon as I can, so I'll put my review once I finish right here, because if I don't have it finished, then I don't know. As I was doing that, I was crocheting. Here's a little blanket update on my Eras Tour Surprise Song blanket. I got a few rows done. I did all of Philly, which is Gold Rush, Come Back, Be Here, Forever and Always, This Love, Hey Steven, and The Best Day. Don't ask how I know all of that. And then I did the first row of Foxborough, which I should have said no, and you'll notice that there's some golden, like, glittery stuff in it. And that's because I was at that show, and so for my show, I'm putting gold glitter in it to make it special. So should have said no and Better Man are gonna have golden stuff. Very long. It's about the size of my bed, so it's gonna be huge when it's done, but I'm so excited. That's just what I was doing while listening to the audiobook. Just thought I'd show because I'm very proud of how that's turning out so far. Challenge is over. I'd like to say it was successful because it definitely got me out of the reading slump that I was like threatening to go into, and it definitely got me, like, motivated me to read a lot more. I did so much reading, so many good books, and also a really bad one from the very beginning that I'm not even gonna mention, but yeah, it was really successful, but also I did have to, you know, transfer many hours over to other days. Like, it's Sunday right now, actually technically Monday, because it is like 1 a.m. and I was supposed to finish this on Friday, but it's okay. Yeah. But yeah, that's a wrap for the video. Like I said, like to say this was successful, and I mean, even if it went a little longer than I intended to be, who cares? Like, I still did the 25 hours of reading at the end of the day, or week or so, I guess. I still made a video out of it, and yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you like bookish content, please feel free to subscribe, and also you can follow my bookstagram at Jules Reads Too Much, or 13, I think. There's a photo of it right there. 1 a.m. I can't remember my okay? And add me on Goodreads. The link is in the description because I don't know how to share usernames. I don't even know what my username is, so just click on the link if you want to see my Goodreads. I don't know. I have a few other videos posted. God, I don't even know how many people are gonna see this. But yeah, so here we are. It's 1 a.m. and I am vibing, and I am so exhausted, and I cannot wait to edit this. Bye. Thank you so much for watching. Heavily appreciated. Let's go, homies.